Our next guest on Live at 5 makes her film debut as Prince's leading lady in the movie Under the Cherry Moon. British-born and educated Kristin Scott Thomas began her career on the Paris stage at the age of 20, and she caught Prince's eye at an audition in Paris for what she thought was going to be a bit part in the movie. She ended up cast instead as the lead, the glamorous heiress whom Prince falls in love with. Before we talk with Kristin, we're going to take a look at the scene from the movie.
Nice toss. And a nice party.
Yes. Pity you weren't invited.
Well, I was in the neighborhood and
And you got lost.
and I thought this would be fun. Thanks for the present. Awfully sweet of you. Oh, tarot cards. Want me to read your fortune?
I bet you'd like to do a lot more than read it, buddy.
The name's Christopher, buddy.
All right, buddy. Kristin Scott Thomas, welcome to Live at 5. Give us in a nutshell what was going on there.
What was going on in that scene? Well, I was giving my a birthday party. In fact, my daddy was giving me a birthday party. And Prince, who's playing Christopher Tracy in the film, decides that he's going to seduce me and win all my money by marrying me. Little do I know this. Well, actually, I've sort of guessed it, actually.
A novel plot. What's happening to you is amazing, though. You were... Tell us about how you got this part. I mean, you honestly did think you were coming in for maybe your lucky break, a bit part.
Absolutely, yeah. I had no idea that... In fact, they had no idea that this was in the pipeline at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to that audition thinking that I was going to be, you know, with a bit of luck, get a small part in a big American movie, which for any European girl is a huge break.
And you'd never been in front of the cameras before, right?
I'd been in very tight, I mean, for like split seconds in front of cameras. Blink and you miss me, that sort of thing.
So you met Prince
I had
for the first time?
Well, I met Prince for the first time, yeah.
When he was casting or looking
When
for...
he was casting. But in fact, I met him afterwards because what they did is they gave me an audition for the small part, and then he saw my video and wanted to meet me, thinking that perhaps I'd be good for the leading character.
When did they tell you you had the lead?
In fact, what happened was I was invited to dinner by Prince and his associates, and it was then that they said, would you like to audition for the lead? And I said, yes, please. So
Right away. And then a lot's happened to you since. You
yeah, well,
came
I've
to this
made the
country.
movie, and I've been to the States for the first time, and I've seen Los Angeles, Sheridan, Wyoming, and now New York.
Wait a minute. Los Angeles, Sheridan, Wyoming, New York. Sheridan,
yeah.
Wyoming.
Sheridan,
How did that fit
Wyoming.
into the picture?
Well, that was where MTV did a competition, and the winner was
Got
lucky.
you?
Not me.
Oh.
Was lucky enough to receive the premiere of the film in her hometown, which was Sheridan, Wyoming.
Well, what'd you think of Sheridan, Wyoming?
I think it was wonderful. It was really great. I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, I didn't know what to expect from a small town in the middle of the States, but that was just, it was great.
Now, this would be a remarkable success story if the movie turned out to be a smash box office hit. Unfortunately, it's not doing terribly well in the box office. You're doing terribly well. You've been discovered by this thing, but there's a little bit of scuttlebutt about the movie that Prince was somewhat difficult to work with, that he was following on this enormous success he had with Purple Rain, and kind of took charge of this movie, took over the direction.
Well, no, he wasn't difficult to work with at all. I
not
don't
for
think
you.
anyone thought that. I don't know where these rumors come from. I don't think he was difficult to work with. Everybody loved working with him. We just had a really good time making this movie. I think it shows that we had a good time making this movie.
It's in black and white.
Yep.
Do you like that idea?
I love it.
What was the idea behind making it in black and white?
Making a real film, a film with a big F, you know.
If you do it in color, it isn't
film.
really a film film.
Well, it's fun to do it in black and white. A lot of people are making black and white movies nowadays. It's a sort of return to the sources, I suppose. I don't know.
Is Prince a good director?
I thought he was great to work with. I can't compare him to anybody because it was my first director, but I love working with him.
Well, now that you've been bitten by Hollywood and Sheridan, Wyoming, and New York, can you go back to Paris and London?
I'm certainly going back to Paris. London, I can leave. I don't mind about not living in London at all. But Paris is... I miss Paris a little.
Any movie parts on the horizon?
Some. In Europe, mostly.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Kristin.
My pleasure.
Kristin Scott Thomas, and good luck with your career.
Thank you very much.
Sue?
All right, Chuck, thank you.